welcome to another episode of Satisfying Static.
Hello, hello.
I'm an hour late. Just gonna own that right now.
Christine is an hour late, and she's the one who puts these on our calendar.
Yeah, I also intentionally turn off reminders for it because I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna forget it. And then Olivia came home from work to take a midday nap because she had a break in teaching, and I forgot. I forgot because I was making us lunch, and I've also been sick, quasi-sick the last 2 days or so. This weird, only coughing in the morning and then fine throughout the day and then go to bed and can't breathe thing.
Fun! I am so not jealous. Well, I'm sorry you're not feeling well. Is Liv also not feeling well, or it's just you?
She was sick 2 weeks ago, and I'd just gotten over it. And now I'm like, meh.
Oh, the fun of winter. I don't miss that part.
No.
But yes, you were an hour late, and I was on live right before this and was going to keep them on for a second while I got set up and everything. And I was just like, where is Christine? And everyone was very mad at you.
I buy that. Yeah, I was late. I just got away from me. Housekeeping on my end, the digital film scanner arrived today.
Yay! Slides.
Yep, for the 35mm slides that my future parent-in-laws are going to be gifting me at Christmas to bring home and start going through those. And that'll be fun content to film and post.
Yeah, I think we're all down for joining you on that journey. You still have no idea how many boxes of slides you're going to be walking away with?
She again texted me today. I sent her a picture of the scanner and I was like, so excited for these slides. And she said, that looks like you could only load one at a time. And I said, well, it's actually got a deck depth, so it'll be more than one at a time that you load, but I will be manually reviewing all of them. And she's like, there are thousands. And I was like, I just don't buy it. I don't buy that there are thousands.
Well, we're about to find out. You should definitely someone should film your reaction to these boxes coming out.
I'll probably have Olivia film the receiving of the boxes to put a compilation together.
Yeah, something. Because I feel like you're going to be really surprised. Because in my head, I'm like, oh, it's like 4 boxes full of slides. To me, that seems like thousands because slides are small. But then again, I also kind of have this gut feeling that you're going to walk into some basement and they're going to be like, here you go. It's this entire room full of boxes.
To me, I think it's going to be 2 shoe boxes. And I'm going to be like, this isn't that bad.
Oh, see, to me, I'm thinking maybe a medium-sized Amazon box, but 4 of those, that would be
wow.
Thousands, right? Of slides. Yeah. That would be thousands.
Yeah, I don't buy that there are legitimately thousands. I think my future mother-in-law is just trying to really talk me out of it. I don't think there's thousands. I will, of course, count them.
We need to film this because I'm so curious.
I'll be filming it, and I will be making a very meticulous spreadsheet and envelopes that I will be sorting them into of what goes where. These are landscapes. These are landscapes at this place. These are the landscapes at this place. I think this is this year. I'm not really sure. We'll see how many of them that he has labeled. I'm hoping that he has labeled years at least, but he might not.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm excited. It's going to be going through a big old piece of history. So
yeah, for sure. I mean, we're excited to join you and see what you're getting yourself into for sure. At least.
It'll probably not be nearly as exciting as I think it is, but I'm excited about it. And everybody that I've told about it's like, oh my God, that's so cool. I'm like, right?
Yeah.
My future in-laws think I'm crazy and that it's stupid and that there's nothing there, but I'm excited.
No, I think that's so cool. That should be really fun. So that'll happen over Christmas. So by the next time we're recording, maybe we can get an update on how many boxes you got.
Well, our very next episode won't have that update, but the one after that will, because you're going to be out of town. So a little behind the scenes, we have to record a few because Maggie will be unavailable.
I'm not. I don't plan on traveling with my mic and the whole boom arm.
What a disaster that would be.
Could you imagine? I showed up at my parents' house in their little tiny mobile home in Wisconsin. I'm like, where can I attach this boom arm? I'm going to need quiet.
Oh my God, good luck. Upstairs is being renovated right now, so if you hear a random smack, it's just them throwing the floor down that they've been working on for literally weeks at this point.
Oh, fun. Gotta love that.
Yeah.
Love apartment living.
It's great.
Anyway.
Other housekeeping for me, I had my pre-test for my belt test in jiu-jitsu that did not go well.
Oh, okay.
It did not go well. No, I
Why?
I mixed a couple of things up. So there's a very specific response to a front finger choke and a rear finger choke, and I mixed them up, which
Okay.
is not ideal because it doesn't make sense how I mixed them up.
Okay.
I also straight up forgot how to respond to a same arm wrist grab, like same side wrist grab with a punch. I forgot how to respond to that, so I just like got hit in the face pretty much.
Oh no.
Somebody else was working on their techniques to show sensei to me, and they stepped through too quick and they rammed their knee into my knee.
Ooh.
So my knee's got this awesome bruise that's like starting to develop.
Wow.
And I've been nursing this weird cold thing. So like I've been,
You're a little beat up.
yeah, way more winded. And so I spent some time after the test on Tuesday really re-reviewing things, really repping the things that he told me to work on. And then I'm supposed to get looked at again tonight by somebody else to tell me if I'm ready or not. And to say I'm nervous is an understatement. Olivia already put on our Christmas card that I got my yellow belt with black stripe. And now I'm like, I'm not going to get it until January now. And like these cards aren't going to go out until probably late December anyway, but like I'm just petrified.
Oh, you're fine. It'll be fine. Is tonight someone's just letting you know like, okay, you're ready to take the test again, or this is the test again?
So the pretest is always like the test. He doesn't let you do a belt test without pretesting you first because he says, I don't have you invite your family and friends to come see you do a thing unless I know you're going to do the thing.
That's fair.
He's like, I'm not going to have you embarrass yourself in front of everybody. Like, that's not cool. That's not productive.
Fair.
He does these pre-tests to make it like, so you need to be up to his level. And one of the things that I was messing up was like the chop. When you think of a chop, you think it's like a traditional like karate chop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. But it's not. Your fingers have to be like, your thumb is tucked and your fingers have to be a little wider. So like I was doing like a strong hand. Yeah. And he was
like a backhand.
Yeah, he's like, your fingers shouldn't be touching like that. And I was like, oh. He's like, so you bring your thumb in, like you tuck your thumb and then you hit like with the meaty part of your hand. So like he just had a lot of little things that I didn't know that he was going to have. And I thought I was further along than I was, I guess. I don't know. And I could have just been nervous that he was watching me. Again, I don't know.
I mean, you're making progress. It's okay that you made some mistakes and you're going to fix them and you'll get your belt. It's fine.
I also haven't run the days that I have had off because now I've been like this weird sicky thing. So like walking from my bedroom to the living room, I'm out of breath.
Well, also, you said you were having trouble breathing and you're congested. That will definitely make it hard to breathe walking from one room into the other and has nothing to do with your ability to run.
Yeah. So I've been hard on myself the last 48
Sounds
or
like
so
it.
hours. Yeah.
You're telling yourself you can't breathe because you didn't run this week, even though you just told all of us a million times that you're sick.
Yeah. But the other day I got everything that I needed to get done. Like I got like almost all of Olivia's Christmas shopping done, and I got everything filmed for the company that I'm working with presently, and they approved them all. I really thought that there was one of them they were going to throw out, and they approved them all. So
win. So look at you. Those are all positives. Killing it. Being productive this week. We love to see it. Christmas is around the corner, so everyone's stressed. So good job.
Oh, boy, that's an understatement. Any housekeeping on your end, friend?
It's come to my attention that some people thought I was dead outside of this podcast. So thank God for the podcast for letting people know I'm still alive. Woo! But I took a little hiatus from all socials accidentally, or for the most part, and it didn't really realize how long I was gone for until I was like kind of looking through old notifications and stuff, and I was like, oh, I haven't been here since like November 19th. Like, oopsies. And that was just a pop-in, so who knows how long before that. And obviously my friends know I'm alive because I send you a snap streak where you have a snap streak.
640 days now, I think. 600 and
something. I'd have to look, but going strong.
647.
I did not update anybody else that is not, I don't talk to directly or like daily or anything. So for those of you who are concerned, I appreciate your concern very much. Thank you for those of you who checked in on me multiple times to see if I was alive. I definitely ignored everybody's messages, so I'm sure that wasn't comforting, but I'm trying to get back at it. But I definitely missed everyone and like missed hanging out on TikTok and stuff. So I've been trying to do lives more regularly this week and gonna try posting more again and stuff and just like updating. But that's a little thing I wasn't expecting is you have a lot of followers. I have followers. I don't know. I mean, I'm very grateful for every single one, but I just kind of assume if I disappear, no one's going to really notice. I guess that's not true.
Well, that's reassuring. I have disappeared and nobody has noticed. My videos are at like less than 5,000 views. I don't have anybody messaging me being like, where are you? Are you okay? No.
Well, no, because some people have come into my lives and been like, I haven't seen her on live recently. I haven't seen her videos recently. So, like, people are noticing. Maybe they're just not saying anything to you, but I've just been telling them. Plus, the podcast helps because there's updates, but I've just been telling them, like, she's been working a lot. It's the holidays. It's busy.
Yeah, I have like 14 shifts this month, and I have 16 shifts next month. And it's more so I just really value my recharge time alone without anybody speaking to me. So I've been trying to build all the puzzles that I have that aren't like timed puzzles too, friends. Like I have a lot of those that need to get done.
Yeah. I mean, alone time and recharge time is really good. We were just kind of talking about it, like lives or like just being on social, like you feel like you have to be on all the time, and like it's not always relaxing, and like sometimes I do just want to like sit there and zone out and not speak for a few hours.
For sure.
So I hear that. I guess I could have been better about being like, hi, I'm still alive. I'm just going through it right now. See you in a while.
Yeah, I'm terrible about announcing my breaks from any of that stuff. You know, people are always like, I'm taking a break. I'm not that person to go on and announce that I'm taking a break.
Yeah, me either, mostly because they're usually unintended. I've never been like, oh my God, I need to take a pause. I'm taking a break from making content. It's usually just like life gets busy and like my head's not in it. I don't have any good ideas. I don't feel like making anything. So I just disappear.
Yeah, I think a lot of creators do that. I think a lot of creators that I follow pretty regularly have done that as of late, just kind of disappeared and then come back and been like, I just didn't really have anything to say. I think that's important. If you don't have something to say, like, don't take up the airways, you know?
Well, like, I think it's one thing if you're like just putting out content that you want to make or you feel like making or that's fun to you, even if it's whatever, blah content. But like, if you're forcing yourself to put out stuff because you feel like you need to stay relevant or you need to keep engagement up or whatever, then it becomes a chore and a job, and like it doesn't feel authentic anymore, and people will know that you're like phoning it in.
Yeah, that's more so what I meant. Like, not everything you have to post has to be like profound or anything. I just mean, yeah, if you don't feel like what you need to say has to be said, or you feel like you don't need to say anything right now, like you're not motivated to say something, just don't force yourself into that box.
Yeah, and like that's easier said than done for some people, right? Because I understand, like, if you're an influencer, like that's how you make a majority of your income, it's really going to be hard for you to just disappear for a while, because being on is how you make money. But for the rest of us, life gets in the way.
Yeah.
So anyway, there we go. Oh, that is a depressed random word generator today.
I didn't have a good melody.
It's always the same one, just different energy levels.
Okay, great. The first word, duck.
Duck goose.
D-U-C-K. Duck. Duck goose. You're funny.
Duck goose is the first thing I thought of. But yeah, that was the first thing I thought of. Second thing, on my live this morning, someone was telling me how in New Hampshire they used to watch the ducks try to land on the frozen lake. Sounds hilarious.
Would they slide around a lot? Is that why it's funny?
I think so, yeah. I was like, that's kind of sad, but also funny. And they said it was hilarious. So they probably just look like they're slipping and sliding all over the place.
Poor ducks.
Oh, and then I also went for a stroll at one of the like ponds or whatever over here and saw the scariest ducks I've ever seen in my life. They were black and white and they have red eyes.
Oh, I've seen pictures of those, but I've never seen one like an IRL.
I thought during Halloween when you like see like fake ones, those were fake. No, there's actual ducks that look like that, and there's so many of them, and they kept looking at me. I was like, oh, tell Satan I say hi. Like, I don't know. They were terrifying. First time I had seen them, but I guess they're like common in this area. I don't know. They were so scary. They just look like regular ducks, but from hell. I don't know.
I only know about those ducks because I follow somebody on TikTok who always enters the like duck artist competition. It's a specific kind of postal stamp, and it's a competition where every artist enters and like tries to draw these ducks, and it's a huge panel and people vote on it. It's a huge event, and it's a
Interesting.
really big deal, actually. It goes like conservation of ducks and woodlands and swamps or whatever. But they had filmed their journey and posted on TikTok about trying to get like their ducks selected. And in the process, they basically like brought us a ton of attention to this thing, and they've basically educated everybody about how selecting this duck stamp goes.
That's very fascinating. There's so many things in this world that I don't realize are super important to other people.
Yeah, trying to draw a duck stamp is one of them.
Duck stamp competition. Wow.
A duck stamp competition. And they're all super talented. Like they all look super good. And one of them was that like black duck with red eyes situation. They didn't draw it, but somebody did. And I saw it on the list of like entries or whatever.
Yeah, no idea. Didn't even know that existed. Just walked by it and I was like, what's wrong with that? I was like, oh, black ducks. What's wrong with its eyes?
Yeah.
So, that's really all I got about ducks. Oh, I guess my ex was an avid bird fan. He loved ducks and he would let them eat out of his hand. I am not dumb enough to do that. Their beaks are sharp as shit, in case you weren't aware.
Ducks aren't usually hostile, though. Geese is what you have to be concerned about.
Yeah, but they're still like just pecking at whatever's in your hand, and they have this little hook on the front of their bill. I don't know if you knew that. It's sharp as shit. Like, it hurts. It's literally like bone or something. They're just like jab. I was not dumb enough to do that.
No, I didn't know about the hook of doom on their bill there. I did one time. My ex and I went to a pond because I really wanted to feed the ducks, and I was like, no, they're all over there. Look at them over there. And I was throwing food in the direction, and as we got closer, we realized that those were not ducks. They were just rocks. And every time after that,
What?
we'd drive by that area, and she'd be like, remember that one time you thought that there was ducks in that pond? I'd be like, yeah, so funny. We made a whole day out of it. Like, we went and got duck food.
Wow.
We drove down there. I like demanded that we go to this place to feed the ducks.
Oh my god.
We illegally parked to make it happen, and there was not a single duck to be had in that pond. It was just rocks.
Oh, wow. That is the best story. I love that. Good time. Sorry you didn't get to feed the ducks, though.
I was heartbroken, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah,
It sounds like you were.
One of my favorite pastimes is feeding ducks. Please don't give them bread. Bad for their digestive system.
Yeah, and people do anyway.
Yeah, but don't. Yeah, but we're taking the stance of not doing that.
Yeah, pigeons too, but I guess you can't help what you feed pigeons.
Pigeons kind of just steal everything.
Yeah, they're trash. They're trash birds. They just...
Seagulls. Are they seagulls? Am I thinking of a seagull?
Maybe.
Or is it just a pigeon? The birds at the beach that attack everything?
Those are seagulls. Yeah. They're usually seagulls. Yeah, those are not trash birds, but yeah, they'll also eat anything, and they'll get the ones out here. First of all,
they're
are
mean.
huge, and they're mean as shit. Yeah, they don't give a fuck.
When me and Liv went to the beach, I think the last time was right before Labor Day. I had to like defend this stranger's stuff from these pigeons because they didn't like cover it up right. And like I usually don't. Liv usually does that. Whatever. This time I got up and I like went over there. This one pigeon and I had a full blown stare off. Like, he's staring at me. I'm staring at him. I'm like, I'm going to get that cooler closed. And he's like, no, you're not. And I'd close it, and then he'd walk over and he'd like smack his face against it and open it back up. And I'm like, what is happening, dude? Or, he'd like rip open a bag of something with this stupid little beak. And I'm like, you guys are annoying. And it's just one pigeon and everyone, or seagull, and everyone else is watching him. Like, all these other seagulls are around waiting for him to fly off so that they can go in.
That's how they do it. That's how they send one in to scope the area and wait. And then that one will start making noises once the coast is clear, and then they all show up. And you're like, where did all these seagulls come from?
And I watched these two seagulls just like get into a full-blown fight. They were just pecking at each other.
Yeah, I love bird watching. I think it's really interesting, but the seagulls do scare me. They're fearless and they team up. But I do like watching the pelicans fish. That's my favorite thing.
High key, never in my life am I like bird watching. That's on my list.
Your list to start bird watching?
No, I'm saying I would never call bird watching on my list. Like, list of things to do, list of things that I enjoy, list of things that I want to do.
Fair. It's not for everybody.
Duck.
I just think they're interesting.
Birds?
Mm-hmm.
Birds are very interesting. Hi, Willow. Did you hear her click clack all the way over there?
Yes, I was wondering if that...
Clicky clacky, clicky clacky, clicky clacky.
It was a very slow walk.
Yeah, it was. She's looking more old these days.
Oh, how old is Willow now?
Almost 7. Almost 7.
Okay.
In March.
Okay.
In March, yeah.
Still a young buck.
By corgi standards, yeah.
For sure.
When I hear the word duck, I think of if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball from dodgeball. Because
Oh, because you would have to duck. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
the old man is like, you need to know the 5 Ds: dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodge.
Yeah, I haven't watched that movie in a long time, but good one.
No, it's been a long time since I've watched that too.
But wow, when that was popular, oof.
God, you couldn't escape it. And I'm pretty sure that's where I developed the phrase bold move, Cotton. I think that's that movie, isn't it?
I don't know. Maybe. Google it.
These two announcers are like, that's a bold move, Cotton.
Oh, is that from Anchorman?
Is it Anchorman? They all come out around the same time.
They did, and it was all the same cast, so it's really hard because like I get a lot of them confused often. Like I'll say something like, "Oh yeah, that was an Anchorman." Like, no, it was in Wedding Crashers. Like, oh, they're all the same fucking movie.
Oh no, it is Dodgeball. Bold Move Cotton, or Bold Strategy Cotton, is an advice animal image macro series based on a screen capture of 2 sports announcers from the 2004 comedy film Dodgeball. The captions typically describe a controversial or risky course of action undertaken by an individual or group, followed by the sarcastic phrase, "It's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it plays out." And I say it to Olivia all the time, and she's always like, "What are you talking about?" And I'm like,
Who's Cotton?
bold move, Cotton. It's a bold move.
That's funny. I wonder, like, somebody asked me earlier, like, are there any phrases or, like, things from TV shows or movies that I say all the time that people are like, what the hell are you talking about? That was a great example. I don't know if I have any of those. Maybe. I feel like I quote TikToks more than anything.
Well, yeah, because TikToks have become much more quotable now. But before TikTok, there was movies, there was cinema, there was things.
People had to tune in to watch things at a specific time.
I am thankful that that has died. The only time I like really tune in at a specific time to watch something is like Thrones. You had to for Thrones. Well, okay. At the height of Thrones, if you didn't, you were behind by 12 hours to stream.
Oh,
it,
yeah.
And you'd already have accidentally stumbled upon all of the spoilers.
Yeah, if you're trying to keep up with anything, then like yes, you have to. Otherwise, the spoilers will ruin it for you. But yeah, I just wait till it's all over and then watch the whole thing in one go, usually.
Yeah, it's like when people are like, oh, are you going to get this streaming service? They have a new show or whatever. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to get it exactly 1 month after that. So
yeah.
I have all of the episodes to watch.
Yeah, I'll catch up. I'll catch up with you guys next month about all that nonsense.
100%. 100%.
So I used to, like, definitely used to be that person where, like, you know, I tried to keep up and, like, watch the TV show that everybody was talking about. But, like, it felt different when we were all watching the same thing. We were all like, oh my God, did you watch whatever last night? And now it's just kind of like, yeah, we have so many options. I don't know if I want to talk to you about that today.
Yeah, we do have a ton of media options now. Certainly way more than we did when we were youngins.
Mm-hmm. Facts. All the entertainment all the time.
Yeah, and a lot of people are like, it's becoming cable because you have to combine a bunch of them into packages or whatever. And I'm like, it's still not, because cable, you still don't get to pick what you're watching.
Right, yeah. It's still like a predetermined set of
schedule.
Things that will play. Yeah. Schedule, that's the word. Yeah.
Yeah, and now on all these streaming sites, you can pick whatever you want. I can watch, 8 documentaries and then switch to watching Pinocchio.
Right.
To do that with cable, I have to hope that one channel is playing Pinocchio.
Right. Yeah. I don't think we'll ever go back to, like, fully pre-scheduled things, but I do think there's a want for and a move towards, like, some scheduled programming. So I think, like, even Netflix and some of those will start, like, just having things play. And, like, if you don't feel like picking anything, you're just looking for background noise or whatever, you can just play that, like, channel or whatever. But
they have a feature now where it's like, pick something for me.
Oh, that one, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've never done it. I've always just found something, but
they always pick whatever is in your top, like, suggestions. Like, always. They'll always pick, like, whatever their newest release is that they think you're most likely to watch. That's what it's been for me anyway.
For me, it'll probably just be a bunch of whatever their new action movie is that they've released.
Yeah. It's like that. At least that's what it's been for me. Like, I've tried it a few times, and every time it's been like a Netflix movie or Netflix TV show or something.
That tracks. But what makes me mad about Netflix especially, Netflix will make an awesome show, put 2 seasons out, cancel the 3rd.
Yeah.
They'll put 3 seasons out, they'll cancel the 4th. They never give their shows, like, a proper send-off ending. Like, Lucifer, they bought, so they got that one a good ending, but, like, everybody else, they just, like, let it die.
Yeah.
Makes me
Yeah.
so sad.
Anyway,
Well, that's all I had for Duck. We're nearing our time. Did you have anything else for Duck?
I was really trying to think how we can circle back to Duck from Netflix, and it just was not, nothing was happening.
There's got to be a good duck documentary on Netflix. Oh, I bet. Oh God, what was that uber southern show?
Duck Dynasty.
I bet that's on. I bet that's on Netflix.
I bet you can watch that somewhere. Anyway.
I thoroughly enjoyed Duck Dynasty before it blew up, and then it like exploded, and they became like terrible humans. And I was like, oh, okay, great.
Yeah. A lot of those shows I really liked watching. You know, I think it goes back to, again, like being genuine. I think that's what we really like to see.
Yeah.
Is people just like really honestly being themselves. And once that they start like policing themselves or feeling like they need to play a character, it stops feeling genuine. And so you're like, well, actually, I don't want to watch this anymore.
Yeah. Well, and then it came out that Cyan, I think his name's Phil, the like male patriarch of the family, are both super homophobic and have preached at their respective churches that homophobia is like the way to go. So,
well, hey, there you go. So they probably got canceled. So maybe no Duck Dynasty for us. But that's probably it for this episode.
It is. Good job. Way to wrap that up.
So it's been fun, but until next time.
Yeah. This is how good that sounds. It's getting so much better.